As someone that doesn't like calling people, let alone cold calling, I've actually managed to build my own six-figure business without relying on cold calls. Now hear me out. I'm not saying that cold calling is bad, nor am I saying that I've never done a cold call in my life. However, in this video, I'm going to share with you my experience, my strategy, and how I've managed to build my six-figure business without having to rely on cold calls as an introvert with no previous sales experience whatsoever. So if you don't know, cold calling is the process of literally picking up your phone and calling a business having never spoken to anyone within that business or the business owner before. So you're hitting them cold. Now for me, this is still a very overwhelming and nerve-wracking thing to think about doing. And I remember when I first attempted cold calling, I was terrified. Now the reason I did it was because a lot of online gurus were saying that you have to cold call, it's the best way to grow your business. So I wanted to give it a chance, and I've only made, in comparison to all of the other outreach methods I've tried, I've only done a handful of cold calls really. I'd probably say I've done around 100. Okay, so not a huge amount. Each time I went to dial the phone, I would get up in my head, I'd be super nervous, I'd panic. And this really set me up for failure in my opinion, because every time I made a call, I couldn't be the confident person that I needed to be in order to make that conversation go as well as it had to. So the point of this video is just to let you know that if you are, like me, an introverted person, or if you're someone that really doesn't want to cold call or are completely terrified at the thought, I want to let you know that it's okay. There are other ways to build your business. Now, if you are someone that has a sales-based background, for example, or if you're okay and comfortable with picking up the phone and calling a business cold, I'd say absolutely go for it, because it does have a lot of benefits. For example, you're able to speak to a person and get an answer, whether it's a yes or no, incredibly quickly, much quicker than you would if you were to do other methods such as emailing or DMing. So it does have its benefits, but if you are an introvert and you don't want to be cold calling a business, you can still be successful. Now for me, I relied on emails, I relied on direct messaging on social media, and I relied on utilizing looms. Now what's interesting is I was still a little bit uncomfortable with sending my first email or sending my first DM, or even recording my first loom. Okay, but these to me felt a lot easier as an introvert. I could hide behind my screen, or I could record the loom message, and if it wasn't to a standard that I was happy with, I was able to redo it, and that worked for me. So by sending out emails, personalized emails on a sort of one-by-one basis, the volume was very similar to the amount of cold calls I would be able to do in one day, but I was able to do it at a much higher standard. I come across a lot more comfortable, a lot more confident, and I was getting better results. So the strategy for me was to not be relying on cold calls, but be relying on email, social media, and looms in order to strike up a conversation with a business owner and book them on a call. Now you might be thinking, well, if you're booking them on a call, why are you not nervous about that? And you know what, that is really interesting. I don't have a problem with talking to a business owner if I know that they want to talk to me. My problem is talking to a business owner when it's an unsolicited call. So if I'm emailing a business or reaching out to them via direct message and sending them a loom and they're interested, I'm then happy to talk to them on a sales call or discovery call and just learn more about their business. So this strategy of relying on other methods that it was not cold calling worked very, very well for me, and I'm sure it will work very, very well for you. So for anyone that's out there that is being told that you have to cold call in order to have a successful business, it is rubbish. You don't have to. There's plenty of other ways that you can reach out to a business and still find success. Personally, what I recommend you do is just choose the thing that you're most comfortable with. Choose the route that you're happy to go down. Whether that is cold calling, whether that is direct messaging, whether it is email. Okay, there are plenty of ways to find clients without having to pick up the phone if you don't want to. I'm now in a position now where over the past 12 to 18 months, I've relied on email, direct messaging, loom videos, made only a couple of calls in comparison, and now having invested money into 18 months worth of search engine optimization, we get a lot of traffic come to the site organically, and therefore a lot of the leads that we're now able to produce come by way of organic SEO. So all of that work that we started 18 months ago with SEO is now paying off. Okay, now the organic traffic's coming in, or the organic meetings are coming in. And if that's something that you want to do, you do have to do something to fill the gap. Okay, you have to do something in between those 18 months or 12 months or 9 months or however many months it's going to take you to generate the organic traffic to bring in inbound inquiries. And so the answer to that is manual outreach. And whatever method of manual outreach that you want to do, choose the one that is going to be comfortable for you, that you feel that you're going to get the most success at. So if you are comfortable with calling people, I absolutely recommend picking up the phone and cold calling people. If you're not comfortable with that, if you don't have a sales-based background and you're not going to do a very good job of that, then rely on other methods like email or direct messaging. Okay, so that's my advice. That's what I think about cold calling. I am living proof that you don't have to cold call in order to build a six-figure business. If you found this valuable, please do let me know down in the comments. Give it a thumbs up as well. I'd appreciate that. There is an end screen coming up with more valuable videos for you to go and check out. And if you haven't done so already, guys, please do hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.